besides the oil of it all, like, were they going to allow China and Russia to put, like, use it, like, to put missiles there?
China was there negotiating with Maduro the day the U.S. came and kidnapped him.
Bad move, homie.
What the f is being so cringe every single time? And why are you learning like all of this for the first time, yet wanted to bring up most of these topics? And you're getting the most mild pushback from Joe Rogan of all people. They're going to have a very sober and rational opinion on this, I'm sure.
The Joe Rogan experience.
Also, I know we were texting about the Delta extraction, and like I would never want to. Watching the video of the Delta extraction, how they of Maduro, they built like a replica of the building and were blindfolded, like going through it, practicing it and stuff. But it I was talking to your guy when we were coming over. It could have been pre-negotiated, right? There is a chance that could have been pre-negotiated.
They killed 80 of his
okay, never mind.
Team.
They're rare. They're very rare. But it's just always so wild whenever you see Joe Rogan be a rational voice in any respect. Like, I've seen it a handful of times. It happened during Steven Crowder trying to talk to him about weed, and Joe Rogan like was not taking any nonsense. Just sitting there, and eventually was like, the fuck are you talking about, man? What the fuck are you talking about? And in this case, I guess Whitney Cummings wasn't prepared for that response.
I don't think it was negotiated.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Here's one funny one.
But it is weird that his wife was there. I guess that was like a thing a couple people flagged.
What, that they kidnapped her?
Just that she was there and involved, yeah.
Well, she's his wife.
Yeah.
One of
the... wow. I don't think I've ever met a conspiracy theory that Joe Rogan didn't like. He did not like that one. Was not ready to entertain it.
Funny ones was somebody posted on Twitter a photograph of this woman and her children, and the journalist said, this woman and her children, her husband and their father was killed in the U.S. raid in Venezuela. And then everybody was like, right. What was he there for? What was he doing there?
Right.
Was he a fucking mercenary? Like, what was he doing? He was Cuban, apparently, because there was a lot of Cuban defense that they used, that Maduro used for whatever reason. I guess communists love each other.
Yeah.
They hang out with each other, other dictators.
I mean, could have something to do with, again, countries that are obviously being targeted by the United States for a very long time and are put under pretty intense and heavy sanctions, have to learn how to, let's just say, operate with one another and, maybe do exchanges with one another if they don't have options on the world stage the way other countries do. Because, again, they've been made targets by the U.S.
Like, hey, let me borrow some of you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the guy might have been a mercenary. There was certainly mercenaries working for him. I mean, he had 80 people died that were there protecting him. They just fucking stormed in. They didn't lose a single U.S. service member.
Why? So sick.
Crazy.
So sick. Yeah, unreal. It was so cool. I mean, there was the over 80 people who died, including civilians, when the city of Caracas was being bombed. It was being bombed so heavily, actually, that was being used as a distraction in order to try and extract Maduro, which they were capable of doing successfully. But yeah, no, super sick, so sick.
It's just like flawless.
Other dictators got to be like, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I mean, is that why Iran? Was that why Iran was like, now's the time? Like to...
Oh, well, the people are cracking down.
Yeah.
The people are out in the streets now, but now apparently the Islamic regime is assassinating people that are protesting now.
Of course. And your boy, this is where Elon really shines. Like, bringing Starlink over to a country that has cut off Wi-Fi.
Right.
Right?
Because that's what they do. They cut off Wi-Fi so these people can't organize.
I think it's also been cut off for them. I mean, I think they've had a limited version of it for so long.
Well, they definitely kill people who protest. They killed a gold medalist.
So what's Elon Musk up to these days? Because apparently, he's super awesome and based and benevolent. Will Tanner, white supremacist, says, high civilization existed for a brief flicker of a moment in Rhodesia, a few decades where primordial darkness of the Stone Age was vanquished. But then it returned in the name of equality, and Zimbabwe is once again a ruin. And then a bunch of pictures here, so we can see then Rhodesia, it was just a beautiful, flawless society, and then now white people live in fear, and they have to hide behind cages as, again, black people are trying, I guess, to attack them. Then there's a picture of South Africa, and then a corresponding photo with a bunch of black people that are holding a sign that says kill white. Then there's America, and it says it's coming soon. Elon Musk says, unfortunately, this is where America is headed. So he's using the totality of his power as the world's richest human with a massive social media platform to instigate a global race war. That's what he's trying to do with his time. He's not subtle about it. It's all he really talks about. If you look at his history of posting right now, it's just post after post where it's like, white genocide is real, demographic change is genocide, the fascist government is trying to prevent me from publishing CSAM. Does none of this get through to the Whitney Cummings corners of the internet? But if you don't know, Whitney Cummings, she wasn't considered a far right or MAGA comedian. She was considered actually to be a progressive and a feminist one. And, she's had in the last couple of years, obviously a bit of a rightward turn. And she's found out that, making jokes at the expense of, say, LGBTQ plus people seems to get a lot more laughs and likes and shares on Twitter. So she has been doing that. She's also one of the people who performed recently at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. And when she got backlash for that, was trying to accuse other people of being racist for questioning why she would perform for something that was directly funded and sanctioned by the Saudi regime. And she was saying that all of you are the racists, actually, because you are simply condescending towards me for performing in another country because all of you are racist towards Saudi Arabians. And that obviously wasn't the case. It was the fact that she was taking money from a sponsorship tour to try and more normalize the idea of Saudi Arabia and the monarchy in the eyes of the West is kind of the purpose.
The Olympics, they killed a guy who was a wrestler, gold medalist, because the UFC tried to get involved and keep this guy from being assassinated. They killed him.
You've seen
or
pictures
executed, I should say.
and video of Iran in the 70s and stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, we did that.
I'm curious. I want to know where he goes with this, but that's actually also kind of funny. So if you've never seen anything like this before, by the way, this happened with Dave Rubin and Joe Rogan, where Dave Rubin was so far gone. He was in this world of hyper capitalist, the free market can do no wrong, and there should be no public anythings. And he was trying to say how there shouldn't be building regulations because capitalism will sort it out. Because at the end of the day, if we don't have building regulations and people make a bad building, then no one will choose to use that company because of capitalism and the free market, and then we'll just have the best possible construction. Same thing with mail. We shouldn't have any private mail. We shouldn't have a post office and American mail. What we should have is UPS and Amazon. And then even at that level, Joe Rogan was able to be like, well, okay, no, man, I work in construction. If there was no codes or anything, people would try to do whatever they could to cut corners. And sometimes you won't realize it right away. And a building can be up for a couple of years and then a part of it will just kill people. You can't have that. That's ridiculous. Shut up, Dave. Also, no, that doesn't work out either because if only private corporations are the ones delivering mail, there's parts of the country where it's not going to be profitable to deliver mail at an amount that will actually be able to allow people to receive goods and services. So there's a public interest perhaps in having something else besides just UPS and Amazon.
Yeah, we did that because they wanted to nationalize their oil. We were like, nah, player.
Mm-hmm. Nah. Oh, hell nah, brah.
Yeah, they had a democratic society. It is entirely because of the intelligence agencies. We went over there, and, you could find the story. Find the story so I don't butcher it. But essentially, the Shah was like, hey, why is the British Petroleum Company or whatever it was, why are they making all the money? Mm-hmm. We'll nationalize our oil. And he was gone within days.
Oh,
Argonian Bum, thank you for the raid.
Islamic regime,
Can everyone go to
and it has
twitch.tv/Argonian
been
Bum?
a religious state
Give
ever
Argonian
since
Bum
then.
a follow back. Appreciate it. Welcome in, Raiders.
That's our doing. Or the British Oil Company and
Bro Jogan, yeah, we're learning about the history of American imperialism through the lens of one Whitney Cummings clearly having no idea what she's talking about, but just randomly saying things, and Joe Rogan being like, "Nah."
And essentially it was all just about his oil, or the country's oil, rather.
But Maduro, like, he was going to be torn limb to limb at some point, right?
Well, he had a bounty on him by the Biden administration. This is one thing that people need to understand. It wasn't just the Trump administration.
The Hunter Biden? That's who to send in.
Yeah, he had his own administration. He's smoking crack. Kill him! He's ruining my...
It's just so wild hearing a discussion about geopolitics with two people who have very little knowledge on the subject, but they do view the world through a particular lens, and it's basically buzzwords. When you hear one, you get to get real excited. Yeah, Hunter Biden. Yeah, boobies, crack, prostitution. Yeah. But anyways, when it comes to the nationalization of Iranian oil, it was actually the United States and their imperial ambitions that ended up leading to a large amount of destabilization prior to the revolution there. Sorry, but yeah, Hunter Biden, boy, that guy. He smoked crack.
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 No, the Biden administration had a bounty on Maduro. They had, I believe it was 20 million or 22 million, trying to get people off that guy.
By the way, she brought that up. Whitney Cummings was trying to say it in the sense of so the Venezuelan people wanted to destroy Maduro and they hated him. They were ready to tear him apart because he was a ruthless dictator and was destroying the country. So they're really, really happy. That's the stuff that I've been seeing on my social media anyway. There's these really big celebrations of Venezuelans in Florida. They're celebrating everywhere, really. And then Joe Rogan, I guess, didn't fully understand and was kind of like, well, just so we're clear, multiple youth administrations have been actually trying to destabilize and get rid of the Venezuelan administration for a while now. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't like we're the only ones that think he was a bad guy. They were trying to use money to get people to kill that guy.
And besides the oil of it all, were they going to allow China and Russia to use it to put missiles there?
China was there negotiating with Maduro the day the U.S. came and kidnapped him.
Bad move, homie.
They came in that day.
What the fuck is being so cringe every single time? And why are you learning all of this for the first time yet wanted to bring up most of these topics? And you're getting the most mild pushback from Joe fucking Rogan of all people. Joe Rogan has to be there and be like, well, I mean, that's not the whole story, is it? We should probably talk a little bit about our involvement in that. Yeah. But no, this is, it all comes down to this. All right. The world is a video game. There are a couple of the key players, the main characters. There's side characters and side quests and NPCs for sure. But the main players obviously right now are going to be US and China. China was about to take over and they were going to win. But then luckily America came in and made a better deal, which was to get rid of the president, and now America wins. So number one, USA, baby.
We're having meetings with Maduro, and that night they snatched him out of his bed.
You think to get oil or to put nuclear
100%
sites?
to get oil.
Yeah.
They want that oil.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that oil.
It's so funny, when having a kid, the way that it changes you, but the things you focus on, the things you're obsessed with that keep you up at night. Before I had a kid, it was is he going to text me back? Now I'm obsessed with finite resources. I'm
Americans, you gotta get rid of this mindset. It's so deeply intertwined into people. Whitney Cummings is a comedian, all right? She is not an ambassador or a CEO of some major energy company trying to work on the behalf of American national oil interests. All right, she's just talking, having a conversation. But if it's gotten to the point where it's just it feels like most countries really want their oil. Yeah, no, we got to get that oil. I get it, and that's basically what having a child has really instilled in me, is that once you have a child, you start to think about the world in different ways. And now I'm thinking global domination and conquest. I mean, I'm right? It kind of makes sense.
Where's all the helium? We're running out of helium. Where's the...
What's helium for, besides balloons?
Hilarious. Yeah, I won't be able to have a birthday party for my son.
I swear to God, they're on the verge of nuking some country for helium now. it's gonna be. I just found out that Uruguay has large amounts, some of the world's largest deposits of helium. We need the fucking helium. We gotta get it. What are they doing with it? Nothing. Is the leader shitty? Probably. Let's just say shitty and terrible. Yeah.
What are clowns gonna do? No, it's for ventilators. Although I think we found the ventilators actually
In COVID, they
harmed
killed people. Yeah.
But I think it's like ventilators and medical stuff. Like
Again, buzzwords. You hear a sound, right? COVID. Oh yeah, COVID. Right. Fauci, ouchie. that's one of them. That's the thing.
Helium is finite. Like there's only a certain amount, and we kind of just use it for like the Macy's Day Parade for like floats and shit. But I think that there is actually a lot of helium in Texas, maybe Oklahoma, and then Qatar is like the other place that we have it. But we have a limited supply of helium.
NFL playoffs, let's go.
Oh, and it goes right to fucking online gambling. This episode is brought to you by DraftKings. Holy shit. Everything is so cooked now. And it's just got fucking gambling ads in every fucking corner of the internet. You can't watch something without a gambling ad. Ads.
Thank you so much to our patrons for making this show possible. We could not fund it without you. And if you want to join, please check out patreon.com/theserfs to unlock bonus episodes, uncensored content, and all the good stuff. Thanks to Anna Loves Riley, Addercap, Bobby Lasers, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Hegbard Salim, Multimondi, Omni, Political Papi, Preston Kroll, Quiet One 85, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demmel, Tigwick, and Words Greenwood.